It's about 7:30 a.m. and getting started on the Wonderland Trail. About a 93-ish mile loop around Mount Rainier, and just left the trailhead near Longmire. We're gonna see if we can knock it out in about 3 days. Misty morning at Narada Falls. Over at Reflection Lake, unfortunately it's still pretty overcast. Starting to get a glimpse of blue sky though. Made it over to Fox Canyon, and it's over 100 feet to that water down there. Long ways down. Clouds are starting to break, and first glimpse of Rainier back behind me. Mount Adams off in the distance. Looking up at Rainier wearing a veil of clouds. The east side of Rainier. Watching the waterfalls flow off the glacier and down into Indian Bar. Made it over to Indian Bar. Hiking up along the glacial runoff. Getting closer to Panhandle Gap. Up at Panhandle Gap and getting ready to drop down into Camp Summerland. You can actually see Mount Hood now, way off. Made it down to the White River, and hard to believe the water level is still this high in September. Alright, was able to snag a walk inside at White River last night, so saved a couple miles in the dark and making the climb up to sunrise now. And probably gonna see Clay and Stevie today, so looking forward to it. Nice glimpse of the sun coming up on Rainier. Shadow Lake. Just north of the Burrows, and getting ready to head over to Mystic Lake. Down at the bottom of the glacier, and pretty incredible to see all that rock pile on top of the glacier. Down at Mystic Lake, rain's starting to roll back in. Old Desolate trying to peek out of the clouds, but not quite. Rear glimpse of the summit way up there in the clouds, and it's gone already. clouds rolling in on Mowich Lake. Finished setting up camp and had a great dinner with Clay and Stevie. Really thankful that they were able to drive up and deliver a fresh meal for dinner, and looking forward to that banana bread with chocolate chips tomorrow. Made it down to the Mowich River and looks like it's going to be a sunny day today. You could see the silhouette of Rainier earlier through the trees. Giant mushroom that's still got some morning dew hanging on. Almost up to Golden Lakes, and unfortunately the weather is flipped and we're back up in the clouds. We'll see if things start to brighten up later this afternoon or not. Nice and calm over at Golden Lakes. Coming up on the cabin at Golden Lakes. Made it over to the Sunset Park area. And not clearing up yet. Crossing over the North Puyallup River. Made it up to Clapatchie Park, and the lake bed is dry. Still in the clouds. Got another 500 feet to climb, and we'll see if that changes. At St. Andrews Lake, and looks like the clouds are trying to lift, but not quite doing it. Made it down to South Puyallup, and it is great to be back in some sunlight. Headed up Emerald Ridge, and great to get a glimpse of Rainier up along Emerald Ridge. It's hard to believe. Summit's another 9,000 feet up there. And a couple mountain goats way off in the distance up on the hill there. About 11 or so miles to go, and predominantly downhill from here. Crossing over to Homa Creek. That's a long ways down. Ready for sunset. Tempting to stay here just until the sun sets, but still got a ways to go to make it out. It's just after 9 and finished the third day on the Wonderland Trail to make it back to the car down at Longmire. Really thankful that I got to see sunset up at Indian Henry, and now it's time to make the drive back home.